Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. How are you guys doing? I know you are doing absolutely fantastic. So as of the time I am filming this video today, the 4th of December 2023, it's not good news at all for a lot of aspiring overseas workers, skilled workers, students, health and care visa holders. Every category of person that wants to move to the UK or who is already in the UK in one way or the other affected by these changes that I am going to be mentioning. So today, the 4th of December 2023, the UK Home Office, together with Parliament or decision-making bodies, took a bold step to introduce 5 immigration points or 5 plans to curb net migration. Over the past year, net migration in the UK has increased with about 50%, which is quite alarming. And not just that, the repercussion that this net migration is having on the economy of the United Kingdom and also things that are happening on the ground in the UK is what has influenced all these changes to take place. So without wasting any of the time, I'm going to mention this 5 immigration points and I'm going to explain or expatiate them in the course of the video. The first point is that no overseas worker can come to the UK with their dependent, whether it being a partner or a child. Dependent was not specified here. So even if you are a married partner or an unmarried partner, it wasn't specified whether it was a dependent child or a dependent adult. It just said dependent. So it means every dependent, spouses, children alike. You can no longer bring any dependent into the UK.
The first of our 5 points will be to end the abuse of the health and care visa. We will stop overseas care workers from bringing family dependents, and we will require care firms in England to be regulated by the Care Quality Commission in order for them to sponsor visas. Approximately 120,000 dependents accompanied 100,000 care workers and senior care workers in the year ending September 2023. Only 25% of dependents are estimated to be in work, meaning a significant number are drawing on public services rather than helping to grow the economy.
Which means that if you plan to move to the UK, you have to be single. All these bucket changes or all these bulk changes that I'm going to be mentioning are going to be taking effect from spring 2024. And we all know that spring is the 19th of March, 11:06 p.m. So you now have from now, 4th December, you have approximately 3 months and a couple of weeks to plan, to strategize. And all this information is to help you to make an informed decision. So after spring, which is going to be officially from 20th of March moving forward, no overseas worker can bring any form of dependent into the UK again. It means that if you are here and you are planning to bring your family to settle together with you in the UK, your time is now. You have got 90 days and about a couple of weeks to make an informed decision. If you are coming to be working in England on a skilled worker visa or on a health and care worker visa, before you are issued a certificate of sponsorship, the sponsor that is giving you the license, their activities or whatever they are doing in the home needs to be coordinated together with the CQC. In case you don't know the CQC stands for Care Quality Commission, which is the mother regulatory body for health and care safety practice in England. When CQC comes to your home or your hospital, your trust, wherever you are working, they are coming to look at the safety of the residents or the service users. They are coming to look at the employer, the employee, training, staffing, everything that has got to do with health and safety regulations is controlled by the CQC. At first, employers could give sponsors without involving CQC. But moving forward, if an employer is going to be giving you a sponsorship certificate to apply for a visa, CQC needs to coordinate the activities of this employer, which means that a lot of employers are going to be dropping off from having the permission to sponsor people who are coming from overseas. If you're an overseas worker who is a skilled worker and you want to move into the UK, the salary threshold is going to be £38,700 to be able to be employed gainfully from overseas to work into the United Kingdom. What this means is that beforehand, or before this changes, the minimum salary you needed to move into the UK was somewhere around 26,200. A company can sponsor you with this minimum salary and you could move into the UK to work, irrespective of your background or whatever profession you are coming to practice. Now they are saying that except you are coming to work on the health and care visa or on a job that is on the national pay scale, i.e. teaching, if you are not on these occupations, you need to be gainfully employed with a startup salary of £38,200 per annum. Interestingly, I don't know how many employers are even happy to pay people from a starting point of 30,000, especially when they are recruiting them from overseas. It just simply means that, long story short, is like a lot of things are going to be collapsing, a lot of things are going to be stopping, basically. And with regards to this, they are going to now look into the shortage occupation list because of this salary threshold that has been increased. It means that if there is a job that is on the shortage occupation list that does not meet this salary threshold, potentially this job stands the chance of being taken off from the shortage occupation list. But because they are saying that health and care visa holders and people who are on national pay scale are going to be exempt, i.e. teachers, we are just hoping that if they are scraping off some of these professions or these jobs from the shortage occupation list, they are going to consider keeping professions like those that are on the health and care visa still on the shortage occupation list.
Second, we will stop immigration undercutting the salary of British workers. We will increase the skilled worker earnings threshold by a third to 38,700 from next spring, in line with the kinds of jobs. Those coming on health and social care visa routes will be exempt.
Now, they're also saying that if you were already in the UK as a citizen or as a settled resident and you were planning to bring your dependent or your family to join you to settle together with you in the United Kingdom, you should be able to be earning about £38,700 per annum. At first, you would have just been earning £18,600 to be able to bring your family or your dependents to join you if you're a citizen or if you're a settled resident in the UK. Now, moving forward from spring next year, it is going to be a cut-off salary of £38,700. It means if you're not earning up to this salary, you can no longer be able to bring your dependents or your family to settle together with you in the United Kingdom.
The minimum income requirement of 18,600 has not been increased since 2012. Madam Deputy Speaker, this package of measures will take place from next spring.
They are putting in measures to even tighten the student visa routes, which already has been tightened. Dependents who are on student visas can no longer be allowed into the UK. Now, they're going to be charging the Migration Advisory Committee to review those that are on post-study work visa. So it means that if you were waiting to finish school and, change or switch from a tier 4 to a tier 2 visa or to a work visa, they are going to be reviewing that. We don't know what that review is going to be yet, whether it is going to be scrapped or we don't know yet. But that is the plan, is currently under review. And what we can say is that we can only hope for the best.
Madam Deputy Speaker, this package of measures, taken in addition with the measures on student dependents that we have already announced in May, means that around 300,000 fewer people will be eligible to come to the UK than were coming last year. This is the largest reduction on record.
Also, some changes are that they are going to be increasing the immigration health surcharge. If you're on a skilled worker visa, it's going to be increasing to about 60% of its original price. It means that if you were paying about 600 and something pounds, you are going to be paying over £1,000 per year towards immigration health surcharge. This is also exempt for people who are on health and care visa. But I'm asking myself that if you're a skilled worker and you are coming apart from being on a health and care visa, how many people are going to be able to provide or to pay for this, immigration health surcharge together with their visa fee and all of those bits?
Therefore, we will increase annual immigration health surcharge this year by 66%, from £624 to £1,035, to raise on average around £1.3 billion for the health services of this country every year.
It's basically telling us that we have to look elsewhere. There are other countries who are also offering excellent opportunities: Finland, Canada, Australia, United States of America, New Zealand, etc., etc. So if you want to make an informed decision, you have to really consider, if you've got a family, then the UK is no longer a place that is attractive for you to settle in as a family. If you're already here and you are planning to bring your family, i.e. your spouse or your children, into the UK, your time is now. If you are considering moving to the UK as a skilled worker on the health and care visa, you know that you can still be eligible to come in, but no longer with a dependent. And I don't know how many people can cope with living without their children or living without their family. Or if you are here already as a settled citizen, or as a settled resident, and you want to bring over your spouse, your children, your family from overseas, you should be earning a minimum of £38,700 per annum. This is not so much of a good news, guys, but we still have to spell it out so that I can make an informed decision and know how to take calculated steps moving forward. Now, guys, let me state this. If you know that you are coming to the UK and you are going to be paying for certificate of sponsorship, kindly advise yourself. This is a sisterly advice I'm giving you, because things that are happening on the ground is not everything that is for public consumption. But in my next video, I'm going to be doing well to break down deportation that is on the rise. There is deportation spree in the UK. People are being deported day in, day out, and it's no longer funny. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, for constantly coming back to the channel, and until we meet again in my next video, bye bye.